that's right. I got the blue filter on it. Sorry. Don't want to use the blue filter. It's for outside. There we go. Good.
You're
All
good?
right.
Okay.
There we
So,
go.
Paul, just say and spell your first and last name for me.
PaulRodriguez.
Okay, and you're originally from?
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So, talk to me first about this mission that you have to travel the U.S. by bike.
Well, my brother passed away from a brain cancer disease called glioblastoma. Nobody that I know had ever heard of this disease. So the night before we discussed it, and I said, what would be a way for me to go around and let people know what this disease is that gets very little media recognition? People don't know about it. It's underfunded for research. And I told him, I said, I'm going to ride my bike across the United States. So shortly after that, he passed away, maybe 8 hours later. And I just sold my house and my cars and gave all my belongings away. And I left from Florida and I rode to California. And then I decided to continue, so I rode up the west coast of Canada. And then I came back down to Seattle and I rode across the north part of the United States to Chicago. The weather was kind of changing on me, so I had a friend give me a ride down to Macon, Georgia, and I rode to Key West. And for me to complete the whole four corners of the United States, I decided to continue on and go from Jacksonville up to Maine. And I didn't quite make it all the way. I made it to Portland. And then I came over here to see these guys because we have mutual friends and we're pretty big into advocacy and like letting people know about brain cancer. And specifically glioblastoma, which a lot of people don't hear about. We have a month dedicated to it, and it really doesn't get very much media attention. Gray is May for brain cancer, and there are a bunch of advocates out there, not just me, but a lot of us that are out there trying to put the word out.
Okay. And so, kind of describe to me a day in your life as you're traveling by bike. How many miles do you do a day? How exhaustive is that for you?
Well, I don't particularly plan it unless I'm going to meet somebody, and sometimes along the way somebody will contact me, and basically what I'll do is usually I'll stay at somebody's house or I camp a lot unless I hit a major city and somebody puts me up. But I get up and I just go and have breakfast, and I get along the road and people pull over and say, why are you riding with all that gear? And I explain to them. Then I have a little Facebook page. I have some children following me, pinpointing me on a map. So I like to stop at all the anything that has to do with any type of education, history, or wildlife, or what have you. And I stop and I take pictures and I film it and I put it on there, and people watch as I go along. And then I have a foundation, the Nikki Leach Foundation, that I ride for out of North Florida. And I have a couple of companies where I live. For every mile that I go, it's going to go to the Nikki Leach Foundation, which helps young people, with scholarships who are battling cancer. Not particular, it doesn't have to be brain cancer, but any forms of cancer, and that's what we're doing, and just putting the word out there by word of mouth for every person that I meet, because I do get approached a lot.
Mm-hmm. And what's the most challenging part, would you say, about your mission?
Just sometimes you're going along and something will happen and you have to overcome or adapt. The weather obviously can pull in some factors. You don't know about it. Sometimes I don't pay attention, and sometimes I'll get lost. I get lost a lot. But when I get lost, I also meet people and they ask where I'm from and they put me on right directions, and we'll find something in common, like maybe they had a relative or a really close friend that is battling cancer or has lost their fight against cancer. So I meet a lot of people that way.
And then lastly, what does it mean to you to be able to connect with these gentlemen and see the people that you're helping?
It's wonderful. That's kind of why that's why I do it by bicycle, so I won't just drive by real quick and miss out on the opportunity to meet people that are going through the struggles that you have to go through. There are a lot of factors involved while you're going through treatment, and it's best like to just meet the person face to face, and that's why I like to do it like this. If I were in a car, I'd just zoom on by hundreds and hundreds of miles a day and never get to actually meet these people, so it's just my way of doing it.
Perfect. All right. That's all I needed.
All right.
Thank you. Perfect. Okay. So now we'll get on that.
Mm-hmm.